Hi there, everybody. Hopefully everybody's being let in from the lobby. We're just going to give our admin a chance, just like 10 or 20 seconds or so, just to let everybody in from the lobby. And then we'll start with the introductions. And hopefully as we're done with the introduction, we've given everybody like a minute or two chance just for the last late runners just to join us. Welcome. We're going to have a chat today about legacy systems to cloud success, a companial guide to business central migration with AIM. And before we get started with that, just a couple of housekeeping rules. Please feel free to type your questions into the chat. You don't have to wait to the end to type your questions in. As you think of them, just fire them into the chat. We'll have a Q&A session at the end. We'll make sure we leave enough time for everybody to actually answer all of the questions that we have received throughout the chat. So just go ahead. We've already muted your microphones. I don't think you will have the ability to unmute yourself. But in the Q&A session, if anybody wants to actually ask a more complicated question, just ask us in the chat and we'll unmute you so you can actually just ask the question as well. We are actually going to be recording this session and we will be sharing it within a couple of business days. We've just got to get the people a little bit of a chance to go and edit the video and make everything look nice and make sure everything is presentable. And then we will share the video to you guys with some other marketing materials, etc., with regards to everything we will be discussing today. So the details will be shared with you guys. Joining us today to talk about this is 𝗕𝘂𝗀𝗴𝗹. We'll give him a chance to introduce himself in just a minute. Myself, I am the PTS for Business Central here at Companial, and then Agna as well, who is the service line manager for us here at Companial. Everyone will introduce themselves when they actually get going. So without further ado, I'm going to hand over to Peter. He'll be taking you guys through the first section for today. So Peter, you're more than welcome. Oh, there we go. You've already requested. I've given you control over there, so you should be able to control the slides from here. And Peter, over to you.
Thank you very much. And hi, everybody. I'm stationed in Denmark right now, enjoying wonderful weather. I hope I can see that there are other people from Denmark here now, so I hope they have the same fantastic weather as we do here. Today, we have an agenda where we will try to share and discuss our recommended strategy for selling migration projects. We have a lot of insights on the AIM incentive program, also some breaking news on that part. I'll go through the migration and modernization program. We have also the assessment process, skilling requirements, and last but not least, how actually to access and enable the Microsoft benefits program, and that will be Agnes' part when we reach that point. Let's see if I can get my computer to do something. Yeah, here we go. As I said, my name is 𝗕𝘂𝗀𝗴𝗹, Partner Success Manager by title, meaning that I am doing the technical services all over Nordics in regular handling with the partners. Now, as I said, there's something called AIM, there's something called M&M. AIM you've all heard about. It's been, I don't know, since Lyon last year as a program is running. A lot of you are already gaining benefits from the program. There's been a little addition, an invitation program, and then we have news on the M&M program as well. Now, let's see if I can switch. This one, you know, I shouldn't need to introduce it. This is just the regular prerequisites on the AIM program, the AIM incentives, the AIM assessment in itself, which is in market A $3,500. You should be familiar with this. If not, please reach out to your local contact and get further explanation on that. But we have something new, recently invented in the US. I think we got the deal finalized end March in Redmond and has been running for a good month now. It is a deployment high volume offer. And it is, as I said, an invitation program, meaning that it's not part of our normal license program, Microsoft program. It's a special offer which is handled through Microsoft and Companial and the partners. Now, a lot of you, when you look at this, will see, oh, but it's very similar to the BC deployment offer, which a lot of you have looked at, but most probably said no to, since it requires the customer to buy the licenses upfront, and there's no payout until the program or until the actual migration has taken place. It's been a bit complicated. People needed to buy licenses at full price, and in competition with the Bridge to Cloud 2, it wasn't really that relevant. But this one, it says, if you are able to provide more than 100 on-prem customers who are willing to move to the cloud within 12 months from signing an SOV and a migration plan, then these incentives will work for them as well. The incentives, they are based on Microsoft license value, but it has to be value at the time of signing, meaning, for instance, if you have a lapsed customer on-prem who would like to go to the cloud, but, well, I mean, they can either enter and pay the re-entering fee, or otherwise there will be no incentives for them. In this case, they can buy their subscription, for instance, upfront. Depending on the size of the license value, they are looking at these possible incentives. The documentation in this case doesn't need to be the fact that they have bought the licenses and delivered. They actually only need to provide a signed SOV between the partner and the customer that they will move to the cloud within 12 months of signing date. There is also a few other specifics in this program. One, it's handled by Companial, meaning that you make the contract with Companial. We check, see that everything is okay, and then we request the money from Microsoft. So it's not something that will be a payout directly from Microsoft to you as a partner. It will be a payout through Companial. Secondly, it is a case where we do the technical services for you, meaning that we do the technical upgrade of the project on your behalf. You take the rest, the functional, the implementation, the training around the program, that will be handled by you. Now, when we say 100 customers, doesn't mean that you need a 100 customer solution. It just means that you need to provide a number of customers who are willing to enter this program, get moved within 12 months, and this number must in total be more than 100 seats currently on-prem, moving straight to cloud. But when we look at the annual contracted revenue, the license value, when you're looking here, we can add up everything, meaning that if you have a 50 user solution, but it also has 200 team members, this license value can be added into the program to meet these requirements. And that is also something specific for this program, because you might come in a situation where you can move from a small engagement only based on full users. If you add your team members, you might raise that to medium engagement, and that will give you a higher incentive payout depending on which market you are in at the current stage. But as I said, it's something that is by invitation only, and it requires us to do the technical services part of it, and then you will do the rest. So for some of you, this might be interesting. For some of you, no, because you have a lot of people on the bench and need to work yourself, and that's completely okay. But in this case, it's an option that you can use. The program in itself, it's actually part number 3 that is the interesting thing, because if you look in the incentive guide, you will see the BC deployment offer. In part 3, it would say buy the licenses upfront, full price, minimum 1 year or 3 years. Then Microsoft will start to look at it to find out whether or not they will pay out the incentive. In this case, we do the authentication upfront and then send to Microsoft. They of course need to approve, it's their money, but it's a possibility to do it this way. And it's also a possibility to get customers to sign now, since the program works in that way that once you've signed, then by June 30th, we have 12 months to actually do the migration of the customer. So if any of this sounds interesting for you, if you have potential customers could be interested in this program, please reach out to us, to me directly or to your normal contact at Companial, and then we'll set up a meeting and look and see if we can make you fit into this program. It's an addition, it's a new thing, and only available through Companial. So for those of you looking at the webinar today, you are getting something new and exciting, and I don't think it's been presented to many customers yet. I've signed a few contracts with Nordic partners, but otherwise it's just starting up now. Then we also have the M&M program, Migration and Modernization Program. This has been a pilot for approximately a year between Microsoft and Companial and select partners, where we have worked on tweaking a program to try to find a method where we can help partners move customers faster to the cloud, and at the same time train partners and also give them access to incentives from Microsoft. I think many of you have heard about this program, but since it's only been an invitation program, then we broadened it a bit with Microsoft. There was a move 200 seats cap on it, while we were still tweaking the program with Microsoft, but now it is open for all BC partners to enter. It's free to enter. There is no fee in participating, and you actually get a lot of benefits from this program. Of course, there is some training in it. There is a lot of tools available. There is help on building a strategy to move. There's support included. Microsoft, of course, they are interested, so they will see you as a partner, also as part of the program. They like that. How much of a benefit it is, I actually don't know, but still, visibility at Microsoft isn't bad, let's put it that way. And then, of course, we get some prior knowledge on things coming that we will be able to share. And then we also deliver quite a few interesting products as part of it to help you in the journey of moving from on-prem to cloud. First of all, we provide access to a specific portal, in many ways similar to our current Upgrade Analyzer portal, but based on uploads to this portal, you will actually get a review of possible migration strategies. You will get a full documentation file on what is to be done in order for this customer to move in the easiest possible way. And the fun part about this is that this is 100% identical with the AIM assessment incentives proof of execution, meaning that if you upload and you are part of the program and then you will get this report, you will get it for free, and you can use it to claim your AIM assessment incentive. And this report is also free. Now, normally this is a report that for Companial partners would cost 1,000 euros, and non-companial partners, I think it's 5,000 euros, but you get it for free as part of this program. On top of it, you will, if you want it, you will also get a toolbox to do a clean start for the given specific customer, meaning that we will make and deliver the tooling to do the clean start, and it will come as free. You will, of course, have to do it yourself, but we will deliver the tooling to do that as well when you're part of this program. Now, there's nothing completely free in this world. There are a few prerequisites which are needed, and the most important part of it is actually an administrative task, because it requires you to do a monthly reporting on the tenants that you have moved. You will be contacted by us. You will need company name, tenant ID, PSBC account, and the number that has been moved. Then Microsoft will check and approve. But as long as you do this, you can be in the program, and the program right now we know it's going to run for the entire 25 fiscal year of Microsoft. So please enter. There's no limitations. Get started today. But remember, if you do not follow up on the prerequisites, or meaning in this case that you actually do the reporting as needed, then you will be kicked out of the program again. That could be an annoying thing if you build up your entire sales organization based on the information that is delivered in this program. But again, this is a Companial thing. Reach out to local PSM, me, Benny, whoever here, and then we'll set you in contact with the needed or the correct people to help you try to assess and go forward with this. What you're seeing here today is a very limited presentation, because otherwise we would have to sit here for 4 hours and go through a lot of things. But if it's something that you feel is interesting, then please ask for a presentation. They'll reach out to you, and then we'll go into more details on how it could work in specifically your partner company. Now, this is actually what we started with. Started about talking about a strategy, a practical approach on how to start to utilize all these incentives, all these new tools, all these new possibilities. It requires some planning. It almost certainly requires a dedicated sales resource at your company. We will train the person if you need it, if you want us to. You need to look at all your on-prem customers when you are there in that bunch, and then decide that, okay, we are going to approach these on-prem customers. We will do it without them actually having asked for it, but we will contact them. We will provide them with an assessment. We will provide them with an offer. You will start claiming the AIM incentive on this, so you will actually get paid directly from Microsoft for doing this work, and you can do this without involving so much of your technical people as you would normally do, since we will be doing the technical assessment of the solution. Then you also just have to add your normal overhead and the training, the functional consultant work as a part of an offer in this case. We will later in this program give you a more precise introduction to our standard upgrade analyzer, but you will also be able to choose to enter the M&M program, where you will also get a similar estimate, but not a fixed price estimate that comes from our upgrade analyzer. So if you decide, yes, we would like to try this, we have a strategy, we want to be completely cloud in 2.5 years, then most of you as customers, you will sit down and say, but we have 30, 40, 100, 200 on-prem customers. It's simply not possible to do in that time. And then you can say, why do it? We are sitting on a lump of gold. We get our BREP incentives. We are almost guaranteed work for the next 15 years because that's how long time it's going to move if we move in a more normal pace. Right now, what we see in the market is that there are coming more and more partners who are true cloud-born, meaning that they do not take on-prem customers, but they utilize the 𝗺𝗻 incentive to approach on-prem customers with a given offer, and they are actually supported by Microsoft. So we can see that the speed is picking up more and more, moving and more moving faster. So we need to, let's say, make a strategy, a plan. Let's see how we can do it. Now, I've been working with this for approximately 3 years now, helping partners doing this. And I can normally see that when we take this approach where you very Excel-like say, okay, these are our customers. Now we do the estimate. Now we claim the 𝗺𝗻 incentives. Now we present the offer to our customers. Suddenly, at some point, you're actually selling more than you can deliver. That, can we say, is the upside for a company like Companial, because we will actually be able to help you to deliver. We can do the technical services part for you, meaning that a normal 15, 20 people partner can go from doing 4 to 6 large upgrades a year to maybe doing 10, and then do the total migration of the entire company to a true cloud company in half the time of what an original estimate would have been. Once you are there in the cloud, and when you are looking at, okay, all my BREP income is gone, what's going to happen? Then you of course have to look at how can we generate additional income on the customers that we have there. Companial has provided a service there. It's called extension management service, meaning that we keep any customer extensions constantly upgraded. It comes with a price, but it could also be considered as a insurance fee, meaning that we guarantee that this customer will constantly keep running, even though Microsoft has now taken over the upgrade path of it. It could also be that it was your company-specific app that you distribute to all your customers. Then we can take over also the constant upgrade of this part, and you can simply distribute it to all your customers. The fee for doing one is, of course, lower than doing 25 specific extensions. That's also a very interesting business model for many of the partners that I have been talking to. Now, there are so many different practical issues that you run into when you start doing this. If I should point out one thing in specific that you should check or focus on before you start on this journey, that is actually get a list of all your on-prem customers. Make sure that you have the correct contact information. Make sure that all these on-prem customers are visible in the partner portal for you to be able to claim incentives on them, so that you don't start with customers who you certainly have to wait before they are able or visible in the portal for you to claim. All of this is going to delay you. So practical, get that list, look at it, split it up with your salespeople, do the analysis, contact the customers, ask if they would like to have an 𝗺𝗻 assessment. Most of them will say yes. Claim the 𝗺𝗻 incentive, deliver the offer to the partner. And should that happy solution, or should we end up in that happy situation that you're actually selling more than you are able to deliver, then please reach out to me and I will do whatever I can to have Companial deliver that part for you. Now, I think I have talked perhaps a couple of minutes too much, but since there are also practical steps in this on the upgrade analyzer, I will pass on the word to my colleague Bernie, who will take on and do the presentation of the upgrade analyzer itself. Thank you very much. You're muted, Bernie.
That's an important thing to remember, is the mute button. Thank you very much. How's it, everyone? My name is Bernie. I'm the Partner Technology Strategist for Business Central here at Companial. And what I'm about to do is take you through how to get your AIM assessment and what you actually would have to do. So when you actually do cloud migrations, there is a lot of things involved. There's a lot of things to consider. Starting off, you have to do all of your assessment and planning. There is a whole bunch of subscription and licensing considerations to bring into consideration. And this is the type of things, the AIM program, the M&M program, where all of our Companial experts can help you and make sure that you know what you're doing about the subscriptions and the licensing and all those types of considerations. But I'm going to be showing you guys a little bit more about the data migration and the customization and configuration side of things, because obviously you would have to take the existing data, migrate it to the cloud. Any customizations and configurations that you've done to the on-prem site, that has to be moved to cloud. And I'm going to show you what you'd have to do to get the technical side of things done. Any integrations that would have to be moved. This is the stuff that you will then get involved in. You will get involved in the user training and adoption, the testing and validation, the go live and the transitioning of the actual customer, optimization, continuous improvement, and then of course the compliance and security. So there's a lot of extra services that you then have to deliver around that cloud migration. But let's have a look at the data migration and the customization and configuration side of things. So this is, in the old NAV days, we had customizations and we had add-ons. Whereas nowadays everything is actually moved to extensions. So you will either have app source extensions or per tenant extension. Now, if you have an old Navision add-on, chances are very likely that that partner has already moved and migrated their add-on to an app source extension. Microsoft, of course, the base code, Microsoft has already taken that base code and migrated that base code to Business Central. So what we now need to do is we basically need to take these customizations that we've done for the customer. And of course, these customizations was done in the source code for Navision or whatever old version of Navision you're using. I threw a couple of names in there, whether it was Business Central, Microsoft Business Solutions, NAV, whether it was Attain or whether it was Navision Financials. We did those customizations right in line with the existing code. So the only way we could always move that code was by doing actual text comparisons of the actual code, pulling our lines of code out and injecting those lines of code into the new version. And you'll know if you've done any migrations or upgrades that was actually quite a painful process. So moving that to extensions, it eases that upgrade process quite a bit. But we need to move all of the existing customizations that we've done to actual extensions. And that's what you do over here. So on the Companial website, you will sign up as an actual partner over there. And then what you'll do is you just go to the partner portal and actually log on. And I've got a little dummy company that I'm going to log on with over here. And if I actually sign into the Companial partner portal over here, you will see on the left-hand side over there, you will have your projects. And if you go into your projects over there, all you will need to do is literally go and say, create new project and give that project a name. So let's say this is AIM demo. And who is this customer for? It's for our AIM demo customer. And we create a new project. Once you've created that project for that specific customer, and you can have multiple projects running for the same customer within this, but if you go here to add services, you'll see all the services that are available, and under my services over here are the services that you have already added. Now on the right hand side, if I go over there to add services, you will see all the different services that's available. There is a CAL to extension analyzer. So if you do have all of your own consultants and all of your own developers and you do want to do all of your own work, the CAL to extension analyzer will actually just give you some feedback. And this, you just pay for this type of report and it will give you some feedback and tell you this is everything that you need to do in order to take this solution to the cloud. If you go down further over here, you will see that there is the extension maintenance subscription, which Peter spoke about a little bit earlier as well. So if you wanted to add extension maintenance, you just click on the plus button over there and that'll add that service. The extension maintenance, once you've already migrated to an extension, of course, Microsoft's releasing new versions of Business Central every 6 months. And what if there's any code clashes between what you've done in your extension and what Microsoft has done in the next version? You will obviously need to maintain that extension. And there's small monthly patches that gets released every single month. Companial will take care of making sure that your extension remains up to date with any new changes that actually happens. But down here, the upgrade for NAV Business Central, this is where you'll go for the AIM assessment report. And what you'll need to do is let's just click on the plus button over there to add that actual service. And you'll see your service has been added. You can just open it straight from here. Or if you go to My Services over here, you'll actually see that upgrade has been added over there and it's ready to configure. So let's actually click on the upgrade over there. And you've got to give us some details about this. So this is just used for all sorts of planning purposes, etc. What do you expect the go live date to be? What do you expect? When do you expect to have the delivery from Companial? So you'll enter your dates over there. And then over here, what you'll need to do is you'll need to tell us what version of Navision or Business Central you want to migrate. So if you want to migrate, say, for instance, from Business Central version 13, 14, 15, you just pick that version over there. Say it was version 3.2 that you want to migrate. You can even choose that over there, Dynamics NAV 4.0 and older. So you basically just go and pick your version that you want to migrate from. Let's say, for instance, this was Navision version 5 that I want to migrate from. And you then go and pick what do you want to migrate to. So do you want to migrate straight to version 24 release wave 1, in other words, Business Central version 24? And then over here, you would just need to choose what is your existing database type. Are you running a native database or are you running a SQL database? And this, of course, has all sorts of implication because remember, in the old native database, you would have written your code a little bit differently to the actual SQL version. So this has some implications as well. So that's why we asked that question. And then you would tell us over here, do you actually need us to do the data migration for you as well? You would need to tell us more or less what size database. So if it's a 50 gigabyte database, you would just put 50 in there, and the number of companies that's inside that database that you want to upgrade. Let's say there's 3 companies. Next, you just go to the file upload section. Now, over here, you have to tick over there if you have any add-ons in your existing solution. So if you say, yes, I have add-ons, you'll see there's an extra file that you would need to upload because you would need to provide us with this add-on fob file over here so that we can see what is actually part of customizations, what is part of the base product, and what is part of this actual add-on solution over here. So we can actually do that comparison. So if you have add-ons, you just tick that over there, upload your add-on file. Please provide the whole solution in a fob file. So up there, you just go to upload file, and you will take this entire customer database, all the objects, export that to a fob file. And over here, you just go and upload this. Then over here, we ask you for a report list to be upgraded. This was very popular in the old Navision days, that you had 500 customized reports, but the customer only uses 10 of them. So we don't want to quote you and do all the work to upgrade all of the reports when only 10 of the reports are required. So over here, we just ask you to send us a list of what are all the different reports that you actually would like to be upgraded. And then if there's any other additional files that you think, so like a Word document describing some of the stuff, etc., any other files that you think would be pertinent, you can just upload those over there. And then next, so you don't need to be part of the AIM or M&M program in order to use these tools. You can actually just use these tools as a paid engagement with Companial as well. But in here, if you were actually doing this for an AIM assessment, you would come and put in the comments over here, and any other comments that you'd like to share with us, you can actually just go into the comment section over here and go and type them in here and tell us exactly what you would require from us. As Peter mentioned, if this was a non-Companial partner that was actually requesting these services and they wanted an AIM assessment from us, they can just do that as a paid engagement. Or if you actually wanted to just do an upgrade for a customer and you wanted us to do the upgrade services for you, we'll do the quote for you free of charge. That, of course, excludes the AIM assessment. And as an M&M partner, of course, you have access to the tools in the background over here as well to actually be able to do a lot of the work yourself. So for more details, as Peter mentioned, we can sit here for hours and keep you guys busy, but I'm just going to give you guys a basic demo over here. So in the comments over there, you would type in some more details. Just click on the next button over there, put in the contact people who we can contact with regards to this specific upgrade, submit this, and that's the end of it. And then you've actually submitted everything you need for your AIM assessment. And what we'll then do is we'll take these customizations, we'll convert them to per tenant extensions and the deliverables that Peter showed you guys a little bit earlier in his presentation. We'll deliver all of that stuff to you guys. The second thing I'm going to be talking and just showing you guys briefly is empowering your organization to grow with the learning journey. So 𝗕𝘂𝗀𝗃 in her presentation will then carry on and tell you guys why this is actually so important. What we have done at Companial is we have created something called learning journeys to help you guys with learning and education. What have we done? So we've created structured educational learning paths to help you evolve, to help you build your knowledge and your skills internally. This is both for developers and consultants. So it's not just for one or the other, it's for both. And you can actually use this for your new hires. So when a new person joins the company and needs to learn Business Central from scratch, or even for your experienced staff that just wants to gain some more knowledge or get some more expert topics that they want to actually learn on. Why would you want to do this? This is both for empowering your individuals and strengthening your organization. Build a learning culture within your actual organization of continual learning. And we've designed it in such a way so that it actually stimulates innovation within your actual company. It's a tiered learning system. There's a rich mix of different learnings in here, and the guys that actually done this have done a lot of research and put a lot of effort into actually making sure that there is a lot of information in there to help the organization, even help with staff retention and staff happiness, because who wouldn't want to work for a company that continually ensures that their staff is trained up on all the latest technologies, etc. So there is different mix of learning sessions. There's onboarding sessions. There is interactive live training actually available. There is self-paced booster programs that the users can work through in their own time. There is support sessions available as well. So if you're working through the learning journeys and you get stuck with certain things or you have questions, we do have sessions where you actually do have one-on-one time with instructors where you can actually ask them the questions and have them just show the stuff to you that you're struggling with. Because that's one of the problems you usually have with self-paced online learning, is that you don't have that one person that you can turn around to and say, I'm just not getting this. Just show this to me over here quickly. And then we also have expert sessions, and I'll actually talk about the expert sessions in a separate slide a little bit later on. So there are some expert sessions where we actually get MVPs and experts on the product to actually give specific lessons on certain topics. They're usually like 1 to 2 hour sessions, but I'll show them to you guys towards the end over there. Most important thing is that there's a comprehensive support structure behind everything, and it's a case-based approach. It's based on real-world scenarios, and you actually learn by doing in extensive labs that's been designed for this program as well. There's also certification preparation programs, so you can work through these training programs to help prepare you for exams. And then we have certification preparation sessions for all of these exams mentioned at the bottom over there. So for Business Central, you'll have the MB800 and the MB820 exam prep sessions if you're part of the learning session that you can attend, where we go through and prepare the people for the exams that they're actually going to be doing. But you'll see that we've got the PL and the MB210 exam preps in there as well. So there's an enhanced streamline learning experience. So there's a separate manager portal that you will actually log onto as a manager. You'll be able to see and manage your employees, assign different learning journeys to the different employees, etc. And the employees themselves will then have a separate participant portal that they actually log into. And when they log into the participant portal, they can see their progress and they can sign up to the expert sessions, etc. as well. So the expert sessions that we have, here's just a brief overview. You can see there's, I've actually just recently submitted 2 more sessions over there. So I'll be presenting 4 different expert sessions on there. But some of the expert sessions that I've done is a deep dive into release management and feature rollouts. Basically, how does upgrades work in the actual cloud and everything that you need to do? What's the customer's responsibility? What's the partner's responsibility? And a deep dive into cloud upgrades, basically. And also a session on demystifying inventory costing in Business Central. That's a session that I present there as well. But you'll see we've got 𝗕𝗂𝗀𝗶𝗲𝗹, we've got Dimitri, Tina, Jan, Renata, and we've actually got 𝗕𝗂𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃 as well, also an MVP on CE, doing a lot of different sessions over there that the people can actually attend as well. So it's basically a one-stop shop for professional growth. You've got Business Central. You've got the Power Platform on there. We're busy building the learning journeys for customer engagement. There's already some of it that's been completed. And Copilot. So anything that you need to learn, we've got some expert sessions covering or learning journeys covering all of the topics in all of these products. There's also different plans available for every organization. So because of the extent of the different types of plans, if you would like a quote on, getting a couple of your staff joined up on the learning journeys, please talk to us as well and ask us for a quote on how much this will actually cost you. And with that, telling you guys why the learning journeys is so important, I'm going to hand over to Agne to give you guys a little bit more of a overview into, sorry, let me just give Agne control over there. Give you guys a brief introduction into why we have spoken about the learning journeys in there as well and why that's important to you. Thanks, Agne.
So thank you very much, Peter and Bernie, for an introduction and walkthrough. My name is Agne. I am calling today from the sunny Vilnius, and I'll have the opportunity to discuss Microsoft AI Cloud Partner Program, designations, and benefits that are in the program that might be beneficial to you. Let's check how the control works. Bernie, maybe you can switch to the next slide. Yeah. So why we are talking about the Microsoft AI Cloud Partner Program and solution designations, right? We've seen a number of Microsoft investments within the fixed fee activities or incentives that I will discuss later today that require solution partner designation. So therefore, it is important to plan your way through to make sure that you secure solution partner designation in this cloud and AI future world of Microsoft. When we think about the Microsoft AI Cloud Partner Program, right? The journey into the program is, of course, first of all, to sign up for the program. And here Microsoft sees us as new members within the specific program. And Microsoft acknowledged that many of us struggle to reach solutions partner designation, and to build the cloud practice. So therefore, a set of benefits, right? Partner Lounge, Partner Success, and Partner Success Expanded benefits were introduced that are in reality providing an AI tooling and cloud tooling for us and as partners with an internal use rights so that we can build and offer all of those solutions to our customers, right? And therefore build cloud practice and receive cloud solutions partner designations. What kind of benefits are in those benefit packages, right? We can think about them as about the activation pack, right? Only with an internal use for the cloud and AI products. And you see there is, very beneficial pricing to take the benefit pack versus using the total retail value from the Microsoft products here, right? So it is definitely worth looking into if we haven't reached solution designation yet. When we are thinking about solutions partner designations, let us look into, the basics, right? We have 6 designations, and if someone reaches all of those 6 designations, then they could achieve solutions partner for Microsoft Cloud additional badge. Right? Designations is recognition of our capabilities, and as well, they come along with the Microsoft benefits. Right? Specializations is an addition to the designation. To reach a designation, we have partner capability score. Here is a partner capability score listed out for business applications solutions partner designation. Right? We have several subcategories like net customer ads, intermediate certification, advanced certification, deployments, and usage growth. Right? We as a partner need to have at least 1 point per each subcategory in here. And as Bernie mentioned, skilling is most probably the easiest way. If you do have within your team at least 5 certified team members, so you are closing the gap of the skilling. And the preparation for the exams that are qualifying and that are relevant for the business applications designation are covered, the preparation is covered within Companial learning journeys to make sure that your team is well prepared, right? The other performance and customer success categories in reality require customers in the cloud, right? So, but looking into the designation, if we do have 10 Business Central customers with 6 users each, right? We are as well receiving the solutions partner designation for business applications, right? We could use 8 that Peter talked about to migrate customers from the on-prem to the cloud. And every customer that is migrated from the on-prem to the cloud, they are counting up for the partner capability score and therefore designation. And last but not least, there are annual solutions partner fees associated to the designation, right? We need to understand that there is a designation badge that we can use in our marketing communication, and we have benefits that is coming with the designation. So to access benefits, we need to pay annual solutions partner fee. To have the badge, we need just to satisfy and compile 70 points with at least 1 point per each subcategory to receive the badge. What are the benefits, right? So part of the benefits is internal use rights, where in solution designation is Business Central use rights for an internal use and customer engagement, sales and marketing use rights for an internal use, right? So this is very, very valuable for us as partners, and therefore those benefit packages that I've mentioned at the beginning might not be relevant any longer as the service offerings are in here. When we are talking about the go-to-market benefits, right? You see the bluish box of the benefits in here. So there is a good set of marketing benefits that you could utilize marketing materials from the Microsoft, digitalized campaign automation, offered at no additional fees to power up your marketing engine, right? A very, very important element is incentives programs, and most probably the reason why we are covering Microsoft Cloud Partner Program today, right? So let us dive into more details on the incentives. So as of today, right, we need to join the Microsoft AI Cloud Partner Program. Click in the Partner Center, Microsoft Partner Center. We need to have Microsoft CLSP channel authorization, another click, right, within the Microsoft Partner Center. And we need to enroll in the Microsoft Commerce Incentive, the third click within the Microsoft Partner Center, right? And then we have either one of the 6 solutions partner designations. We just talked about the solutions partner for business applications, or as well the legacy competencies are for a while available for us to utilize the incentives. But they will be available for a while, but we never know how long they will be available. Plus, the investment into the legacy competency to make it available is equal to the investment into the solutions partner designation, though legacy competency is not bringing the benefits that we looked into earlier today. And besides of the first 2 steps, there is a revenue requirement, the trailing 12-month revenue threshold, to make sure that that we are eligible for the CSP incentives moving forward. When we are talking about the incentives, there are like 2 types of incentives. One type of the incentive is the transactional, right, where we have a core incentive that is set at 4.75%, right, for all CSP transactable SKUs. We do have a global accelerator for Business Central and Sales Enterprise SKUs at 10%, and we have a customer ads incentive when we add a new customers, for 12 months from the first business application transaction, that is the 20% we are getting back as an incentive, right? These incentives are in place until end of September, right? Microsoft will announce new incentive schema as they start new fiscal year. So we might hear about update or the direction they are taking in August this year, right? And then another piece of incentives, these are activity-based incentives, right? And just like AIM assessment incentives or AIM deployment offer incentives, these are activity-based incentives that we can, as partners, benefit from. So, as I've mentioned, legacy competencies are still in place from the benefit perspective, right, of an incentive. And as it looks now, these could be extended forever until the further notice from Microsoft. Right? What do we need to do, right, if we haven't secured solutions partner designation yet? So first of all, a first step to take to go to the Microsoft Partner Center and to check how far you are already with solutions partner designation. Right? I believe that solutions partner designation or achieving the solutions partner designation should be somewhere within your organization's strategic plan, right? And that needs to be aligned with within the pace you are taking to execute your organization strategy. If you haven't achieved full skilling points yet, plan training and certification, learning journeys are very helpful there. And make sure that you are offering cloud to new customers, that you are offering transition to cloud for your on-premises customers, and you have a plan to upsell additional workloads or extend your portfolio with additional workloads, right? Like we mentioned today, the migration or transition to cloud from and on premises, there is a number of incentives to capitalize on that, right? And then let us all track our progress and stay tuned for the updates, as Microsoft is bringing updates once in a while. So with that, Bernie, I'm bringing it back to you.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Let's see if you guys have any questions. Feel free to throw them into the chat. I see there are no questions in the chat at the moment, but while you guys are typing your questions in there, anybody that would like to be unmuted? Okay, we've got one question. Is there anything you can do regarding AIM incentive fee for market C? It is not fair, in my opinion, since licenses are paid in same amount and fee is much lower, among other arguments. Who wants to field that question for us?
Maybe I take the question, right? Thank you, Ivan, for raising it up. We'll definitely take it back to Microsoft. And I think it is very important to raise questions like these. So if there are more partners kind of raising this feedback, we'll package that after our call and we'll bring it back to the Microsoft. And like when thinking about the, let's say this Microsoft AI Cloud Partner Program and business applications designation, right? Initially, when Microsoft released the program, that was tailored for the enterprise segment only. And I believe that Companial community partner feedback, you know, that the program needs to be tailored for partners serving SMB customers as well, right? Made Microsoft to release an update to the program and to offer SMB track as well. So all of that feedback is handed over to Microsoft, and we will do that as well. And as soon as they've listened, we'll let you know.
Absolutely, yeah. And to add on to what Agnes said, part of our job is to get feedback from you guys and compile that feedback into feedback to Microsoft, and they expect that feedback from us. There's actually a couple of things that I'm busy with as well at the moment, where on behalf of Microsoft, I'm gathering feedback from our partners. So this type of feedback is very important from you guys. So please feel free to share any feedback that you have with us and comments that you'd like to have sent to Microsoft, etc. While we wait for any more questions, let me just mention to you guys that you can go and explore our AIM Knowledge Hub. So on the Companial website, if you go to companial.com/knowledge-hub/what is Microsoft AIM Modernization Center, you can go and find out more about the AIM program, etc. There is also a link on our website where you can go to find out more about the M&M program, the Marketing and Modernization program. Like Peter mentioned, the M&M program is basically tools that we've developed to help and assist you with migrating your customers to cloud, to do the technical migration, etc. And we're making those tools available to you. If you want to join our Companial newsletter, companial.com/newsletter, that's available over there as well. And I don't see any more questions. We've got about 2 minutes left, so I think we're right on time. I don't think we're going to get any more questions. If there's anyone else, please raise your hand. We can unmute you as well. But I think that we have pretty much reached the end over there. Thanks, everyone, for joining. And sorry for while Peter was busy with his demo, I wanted to get my mouse on top of my camera so I can turn it off and on. But my mouse didn't want to go out of the presentation, and I keep moving it around, and only later I realized that that was in the background. So sorry for throwing my mouse around all over the screen while we were busy with the presentation over there. Thanks, Agnes. Thanks, Peter. Don't think we're getting any more questions, and we will see you guys in the next webinar. Thanks for joining us. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.